I would imagine that, I mean, any child with any type of psychic ability, be it in talking to animals, talking to spirits, seeing past lives, empathic, anything like that. I know being an empath and growing up and being in elementary school, I kept to myself because, I mean, kids can be cruel. I mean, kids can be downright really, really, really mean. And if you're already having, you know, issues and problems trying to deal with, you know, you're not like everybody else, and you see things that people don't see, you hear things that people don't hear, and you're kind of thinking you're a little crazy yourself, and then, you know, to throw that ridicule that kids give each other, it just makes it even worse. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine. We have another caller. Okay.
Awesome.
Yay.
It's your turn.
Oh, boy. Okay. Ready for this one, Lady Vampire Shadow?
Yep.
Okay. Marry me, caller. This is Madam Star. You're on the Waken Radio Talk Show, 602. What is your name, honey?
Hi, my name is Shiloh, and I'm calling from
Could you speak a little louder, dear? Shiloh, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh, right.
Lady Shiloh, where are you calling from, dear?
From Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey, we're getting a lot of Arizona
people. A lot of
here.
Arizona folks, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Shiloh, do you have a question for our pet psychic? And thank you for coming in.
I sure do.
Okay.
I sure do. Tuesday night, my dog of 8 years killed a kitten that I was nursing back to health and trying to find a home for.
Oh.
And I'm trying really hard to forgive her and to just accept it as, you know, a lot of people are like, well, she's an animal, that's what dogs do, but it's hard for me to accept it like that easily because, I mean, I've had her for 8 years. It's not like she's in the wild and, you know, it's not like she didn't know that that was off limits. You know, I know when she somehow managed to get into the closet that she knew it was wrong, you know, and it just broke my heart that she would do that, you know.
What is your question, sweetie? That's sad.
Why did she do that, or does she feel remorse, or do they really not understand that was wrong, or I just don't know how to take her doing that, you know?
Well, she may have done it accidentally because I know that when there's a new addition to the family, because I'm going through this now, the older dog will try to put the puppy or the kitten in line in the pack because they see themselves as the alpha animal. They're the one in charge. And to do that, they usually charge them and bark at them or snap at them, and sometimes they'll pin them to the floor. And sometimes for dogs who weren't properly taught doggy etiquette from their own parents, sometimes they might go a little too far with it, and they don't realize that they're actually causing real harm. So I don't think that she'd done that out of spite or being mean or anything. I think that she just did not know that that was too far. Because kittens are really small and fragile creatures at that age, and dogs are quite a lot bigger than they are.
She's aggressive with, like, all other dogs, pretty much. There's a couple that she's friends with, but for the most part, I can't take her to the dog park. I can't take her to any, let's say, dog event going on because I just can't trust her because she's so unpredictable. That's why I think she did it on purpose.
She could also be very territorial.
Yeah. She saw the kitten as an intruder to her property.
Right.
Try to forgive her, honey, but you know what? I'm just going to give you advice. I'm not the pet psychic, but I've had that situation happen to one of my other animals I had to give up. When they start acting aggressive, not just to one animal, they're going to get aggressive. They're not going to stop until you get some help, maybe obedience, right, lady?
Yeah. Or contact a canine behaviorist or psychiatrist.
And when they start getting that way, temperament like that, where it's going to be even tough for you to have children around.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
She doesn't like children either very much. I mean, she's never bitten one, but she's very scared around them because of their hyperness and all of that.
And she could be sensitive to noise, too.
Yeah.
There are animals that are sensitive to even the smallest sound, like maybe a meow, a high-pitched sound, and it bothers their ear, their senses of their hearing. So in that case, like I said, I'm not the expert here. Lady Vampire Shadow is a gifted psychic, and she also deals with animals and work with animals. But I'm just giving you my advice. I had to get rid of my dog because she became temperament and very aggressive to where I couldn't even take her for walks anymore.
Right.
And I had mentioned this before, but the Tellington touch method, there are certain things that can be done with that to help aggressive dogs to calm down and be more accepting of other animals and people. There's So you might want to look into that too. And there, where you're in Phoenix, there might actually be a T-Touch practitioner in your area.
I pulled up and went ahead and was trying to pull that up while I was thinking about it. The web page is www.Ttouch.com, and there is a place on that website that's kind of like a directory of people who practice this, and it lists, their contact information and stuff. So yeah, you can go to that website and find somebody close to you who might be able to help you with that.
Great. Thank you so much, Raven Nightshade. We have 11 minutes to the second hour of our show, and in that 11 minutes, we're going to take a break to hear a great song. The number, again, this is Madam Star and Lady Raven Nightshade at the Wiccan Radio Talk Show with our pet psychic, our special guest. This is her second time on the Wiccan Radio Talk Show. And for those who didn't hear the previous show, you can always go to the archive and look for our pet psychic and get an idea. And I think that you did put your email address, Lady Vampire, near the show. Did she, Raven? In case anybody needed help with their pets crossing. Did you do that in the last show? I thought you did.
I think it may have on the last one, but if you want to put it up again.
Yeah, I believe she did. Now, also, too, for those out there, or our listeners, even, we have listeners that are not even on the chat room, and we can get the numbers on the administration board because we have many listeners. For those people out there that have questions after the show, or if our Vampire Shadow would be more than glad to, maybe if she wants to give her email address, you can email her questions, and when she has the time, because she is busy with horses and cows and chickens and lizards, you can also go back to the last archive of her show and get her email address, and when she can, she'll answer your questions. But if you have any more questions, this is a great, perfect time now before our hour is up, and we're going to the next hour of the show. We have 9 minutes, so please call the number at 347-205-9317 and ask your question, and whatever it is about your pet that crossed over, or maybe you want to find out, you're thinking about getting a new pet in your home, and you want to find out if there's any connection to Lady Vampire and this new pet. Give her a description of this new pet, because maybe you're kind of leery about bringing another pet in, but your kids want a pet. Whatever it is, feel free to call now, 347-205-9317. She's here waiting for someone to call and to answer your questions. And, Raven, now that we're back to questions, before anybody gets up, we got 8 minutes. I have a black cat, Lady Vampire Shadow. His name is Lord Binks. You seen the picture of Lord Binks at the house, the purple house?
I don't think I have.
Oh, there's a really cute one with Binks and a pumpkin that's on a bed, and it's absolutely adorable.
Yeah. Binks thinks he's a dog. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Binks real short. And I think that you can make contact with Binks just by, and he loves to talk. I could put Binks on right now, and he would say something to you.